Hello, my name is Dean, and today I'm making this video to present to you what I am actually doing. And I guess I should start from the beginning of what actually led me to where I am now. And it first, I guess, started around 10 years ago when I took an interest in writing and believed that, like, through my writing I could help whoever needed help. But it's only in the last 5 years that I've began to think of something else through a charity organisation, and I think my writing could help really. I started to think that my writing could help fund the beginning of this organisation, so I started to really think about this organisation and work towards it. But at the very first stages of thinking this, as a 15-year-old, kind of is starting to know the world more fully and starting to have a lot of doubts about where the world is going and how good the world can really be. So I went through a stage of really wanting to affect the world in a positive way, and it was really wherever I turned I was getting the feeling that there was no point, and everything seemed to be against my dreams and desires, like that no matter what I'd done I was going to fail. That was kind of what I started beginning thinking, but there was always this thing inside me that kept going and kept believing. And now, after 2009, I went to Peru, and that was quite a big life changer, so to speak, and I started to know more about what I was going to do, and I got like I met a shaman there, and he gave me this reading, and he says that I wasn't sure in what timescale he was kind of talking. He says I would work closely with children and the environment. And I came back from Peru. I started taking action straight away, and I went to Open University to do environmental studies because I was working full time, and I was just studying like on my lunch break and when I got home. So I was really already putting in my whole self back then, and I done the first year, and then I thought if I wanted to make real changes, then I should get involved with the political side, and so I could put forward legislation and have play a part in it that way. So I went to Dundee University, and I went and done international relations and politics, and then I got to the point where I still enjoyed writing, and I was thinking, well, I could do another 3 years at university, get my honours degree, and then do a master's, and then do really a PhD if I wanted to get ahead of the game and really embody what I thought I was going towards at that point. Or I could do what I'm doing now, and I thought I needed to take more immediate action. I couldn't wait that long to be who I wanted to be, and because I always wanted to write a book, I thought, well, the best thing to write a book about is something really interesting and do something that no one's ever done before, something that people would be genuinely interested in and inspired by. So I thought, I want to be the youngest person to walk around the world. And the day after I decided to do that, I applied to the Guinness World Records to be the youngest person to walk around the world. And I had an option of pay them £400 and they would get back to me in 3 days, or pay nothing and they would get back to me in 12 weeks. So I thought, well, I don't have £400 and I still want to do this, so I'll go over the 12 weeks and I'll set my leaving date 12 weeks in the future. So from when I decided, I had 12 weeks to prepare myself to walk around the world. It seems crazy looking back at it now, but now I'm 3,500 kilometers away. And it turned out they never got back to me until 2 days after I left. I'd already left before they'd got back to me, and which was kind of good because they got back to me and says that I had to be the fastest person to walk around the world. They wouldn't let me be the youngest person. I was 22 at the time. I'm 23 now. I'm 6 months into my journey. They never. So I just scrapped the idea of a world record. I thought, well, it served its purpose. It helped me take my first step on this journey. So it doesn't really matter about the world record anymore. What matters now is that I'm doing what I want to do, which is writing and starting my charity. And I kind of thought I would finish writing my first book after the whole of my travels around the world, and then that's when I would start up my charity organisation. And now I'm beginning to think, what is the point of waiting that long when I've now got an opportunity to do this all now within this year? So I'm really glad I took the first step, because everything's happening a lot faster than I initially planned. But I'd always been saying to myself in my head over and over, it's like, you're going to do this, but you're going to do it sooner than you expect. And that was the thing I always told myself, because I knew the power of my thoughts by then. So I always used them wisely and constructively. And now I'm here, and I've never doubted myself for a long time now. I can't even think, it's just like a thing of the distant past now. I think the act of doing what I done inspired a lot of people anyway in my hometown, because it started getting in the local papers and that, because I was walking barefoot to toughen my feet. I'm going to need some pretty tough feet to avoid getting the blisters. So people did think I was a little bit crazy, but I guess if you've got dreams as big as I've got, you need to have that thing inside you where people think you are a little bit crazy, because you're doing something that no one has really done before. And that's the part where I think my interest in, where my story will be interesting. And you know, I can use things hand in hand to get what I want. And it's really good that I want something that will benefit the whole world. And that's what makes me more determined about it, because I know the world is desperately waiting for people like me to believe in themselves, that they have the power to create change. I hope that I can affect everyone on all levels, like inspire people to take their step on their dreams of creating change, because I left my house after 12 weeks of training to walk 37,000 kilometers around the world with £70. And thinking about it now, like, that is kind of crazy. Like, at the time I thought, what's so crazy about that? I'm just gonna do it. But looking back now, I can see where people were coming from, thinking that I would get maybe not even out of Scotland, and then I would be back. But yeah, I'm way far into it now. Everything's been happening sooner than I expect. And if you go and follow the links that I've left on the page, you'll be able to get a feel of the kind of writing I've done. And you can go to the Universal Collaboration blog that I started. A couple of months before I left, I thought I just needed to do something to help get the ball rolling, sort of thing. But I'm currently working on constructing a website myself that's really professional. I think maybe you should know by now that I am someone who puts in the effort, and my dream it's bigger than just me. Like, I do things for the greater good, so to speak. That's what I work for, and I think our intentions are in harmony with the desire of the whole. Just read through what I've written for my campaign, and through the external links you'll really begin to understand the importance of this to me, and how I think it is important for the greater good. And I've already got it all mapped out, so to speak, in my mind, and I know it's going to get added to and changed, but it's never going to go backwards. It's only going to get more grander. So I think it'll probably be pretty good idea to check everything out fully. That's why I've provided as much information as I can, and you'll see that it's something that I've been working towards for a long time, really. You'll be able to get that feel, I think. So anyway, I'll get off just now. Thanks for listening.